Today I'm hiking the Woodbridge Woods, Young Preserve, and Beebe Preserve. These three trails are part of the trail system that connects to Hartman Park, which I have another video on. But before we go in, be bear aware. Also, keep your dogs on a leash. I know, I went really fast, but you can slow it down, pause it, read it if you'd like. My plan for today is to start on the red trail of the Young Preserve, yellow connector trail over to the Woodbridge Woodlands, which is a white trail. Then I'll be going on a yellow connector trail of Hartman Park, which will take me to purple, then orange, then back on white. Coming back, staying in the Woodbridge Woodlands, yellow connector trail again, back into the Young Preserve on the red trail to do the other side, and then the yellow trail of the Beebe Preserve. Back to the parking lot. Let's go. Immediately upon entering Young Preserve, right up ahead is a giant cliff, tons of rocks and boulders and all that good stuff. It's probably even more spectacular in the fall when the green isn't hiding it, but let's rush up to the top of it now, because this is going to be one doozy of a climb. Fast forward. Phew. Oh my goodness. Stop for a breath before I do the other half. Look what I'm climbing though. Holy smokes, straight up. Deep breath. And I made it to the top. Intersection. And lookout point is to the left. Let's go. You ever just start heading somewhere on a trail and know it's going to be really great when you get there because you just climbed up a huge rock cliff, so you know there'll be a lookout, especially if it was fall and there weren't leaves blocking it. This could be even better. Wait, look at this. Oh, spooky. Watch your step. Okay, turned around and heading back to that intersection. Should be almost there. That's where I came up. Ahead is the exit of the Young Preserve loop, but we're not going to be going that way today because we're going to be adding on the Beebe Preserve. We're going to head this way into Young. Here, I'll show you on the map. There's the lookout. There's where we're going. Ta-da! This is a beautiful winding woodland trail. And the white connector is right there. But we're not going that way. Stay forward. Follow me. Welcome to the immersion portion of this journey. There you go. Now you're all set for the day. So I ask you, are you the type of person who walks on the stones or goes around them? Walk the stones. I'm now at the intersection where I could go to the right and do the Young Preserve, but I'm going to go left, take the connector trail, and continue through the Woodbridge Woods. Here, I'll show you again on the map. That's where we are. Skipping ahead a little bit, I'm now at the Woodbridge Woodlands start point. Going left and doing the Woodbridge loop. We'll be back at this point a little later today. Going by the yellow, not going that way. This gives you a better idea what I'm doing. Now you won't be lost. I'm being a little quiet today because it's so pretty out here and I want you to be able to hear everything. Let's see how gracefully I can do this. One of these days I am going to fall and I'm going to have to decide whether or not to put that footage into the video or pretend it never happened. Uh-oh, I'm going to have to duck beneath this. Watch your head. Oh, it's difficult to get up with the backpack on. A meadow. I love meadows. So here's a sign right here, and to the left there's actually an entrance gate, but it is overgrown, so don't enter from the road at the Woodbridge entrance. I would not do that. And I'm coming up at the yellow connector trail, and I'll be heading this way. I found a bridge. So pretty. Now approaching the borders of Hartman Park. This is the midpoint of the green ferry trail on my left, but I'm going to stay on yellow. And I'll show you again where I'm at on the map. Moving right along. Coming across the orange Heritage Loop intersection trail. And staying on yellow. I'm going to take a right onto the Purple Park Road and then ignore the Heritage right there. I'm going to stay on Purple Park Road. This turn I'm going to take. So now I'm going to hop onto the orange Heritage Loop. I'll show you in the map. I know this little part's kind of tricky right here, and there's more than one way to do it. I could have just stayed on orange. But this brings me to the entrance. I shouldn't say the entrance, the turn into Woodbridge, Woodlands. So I'm going to show you one more time in the map. I didn't lose you there, did I? Nah, piece of cake. I have not bumped into a single other person out here, and it is beautiful and quiet. And is that a bridge? Oh my gosh, that is one of my favorite things. I'll glance back and give you a last look. Then I think I'll fast forward up this hill. Get you there quicker. I should say that bridge did have a good size hole in it though, so watch your step while crossing. At the top. So far the only strenuous climb was at the very start of the Young Trail. This has all been very mild. Bench. Why is there a bench here? Oh, we've made it. I'll show you the sign. We've been at this intersection before. Yep. That's the white trail. That's where we first started Woodbridge Woods, and now we're going back onto the yellow connector trail that will bring us back to Young Preserve. Did you get that? Should I show you on the map? Okay, I will. We're right there. The yellow connector trail has now brought us back to the Young Preserve. We're going this way. We came up that way before. There's the white trail shortcut we will not be taking. Staying on red, continuing through Young, and this looks pretty. Mountain Laurel, a zigzaggy trail through Mountain Laurel. It's one of my favorite things. Ooh, I hadn't heard a cicada in a while, but that was one just then. Did you hear it? I am really enjoying the nature of this trail. Just a little quiet walk through the woods, over a cool rock, coming to another intersection To the right is the exit to the Young Preserve Loop, but I'm going to turn left right over here and enter the Beebe Preserve, which is blazed in yellow. But don't confuse it with the yellow connector trail of Hartman Park. It's pretty easy. It's a little circle. You won't get lost. But look at this. Over to the right, I see a lookout. I'm starting to have a very good feeling about this. I can already tell that the closer I get to this, in the fall, this would be a spectacular view. I am going to have to come back. Very steep drop. Don't fall. There's a neighboring cliff over here to the left that I'm wandering out toward to check it out. It's down there. I should mention, I am not really this close to the edge. I'm holding my phone far out from me because I'm a safety girl. I'm not going to be the girl who falls off the cliff. I might be the girl who drops her phone off of a cliff. Okay, turned around and heading back toward the Beebe Loop, and I will show you on the map. Strolling along and enjoying the Beebe Preserve again. I do want to give a huge shout out to the Lime Land Trust. They have the most beautiful trail systems, preserves out here. Let me just show you an overall look. Check out this map and how much land they've set aside. Unbelievable. Thank you for protecting nature and maintaining a nice, safe habitat for little animals. And bigger animals. Might be time to clack these trekking poles together. Scare off some bear. Make some sounds so I don't accidentally sneak up and surprise anybody. Fortunately, I have never ever seen a bear nor signs of a bear on any of my forest hikes anywhere, but perhaps I should stop and knock on the wood of one of these mountain laurel trees to keep it away. Coming up upon our road walk. There we go. Gonna take a right turn, heading over to the parking lot. Beebe's Preserve is divided by private property with no connecting trail, but it's definitely worth the 3-minute drive up the road to see the rest. So let's head back to the parking lot and then drive on over there. Taking the orange trail clockwise. Yes, a few sights on the way. Piece of cake, right? Can't get lost here. And we're off, heading to the left. What was that? Was that a pig? It's Barsoom. He will be joining me on this portion of the Beebe Trail, but he's always on a leash, and he's also wearing a gentle leader because his leash handle is actually looped around my belt of my backpack so I can be hands-free. So if this guy ever jolted forward, I could be falling fast onto my face, and the gentle leader prevents that from happening. I'm loving how wide open this is. There's no underbrush. And look at the ferns. You can smell the ferns, or at least I can smell the ferns. I'm also loving all these stone walls out here. I don't know exactly what all these features are, but they're probably old corral systems. Hello, puppy. Beautiful woodland trail. This is definitely worth the 3 minutes it takes to drive up the street. Do it. Another stone wall. I'm like a sheep from the days of yore, moving through the pastures, escaping my corral, going into the next pen to visit the ducks and the geese. How about this walk, right? Walking along a stone wall is one of my favorite things. Okay, here's feature number 1, the giant rock pile. I wasn't sure what that was going to be. It is clearly a giant rock pile. There's no missing it. In case you needed extra stones for your stone wall, you can get them here. Or maybe it's a giant burial ground for like the Nephilim. There's a giant skeleton under there waiting to be excavated. You never know. All right, that's pretty cool. So now we know that the sites marked on the map are very easy to find. I was worried like a pile of rocks might have been like 6 rocks. Amongst all the stone walls, you're trying to find a little pile of rocks. Oh, no, no. It's a ginormous pile of rocks. The term giant is just too small to describe what that just was. Some more stone walls. And the sheep is escaping the next corral. Okay, these stone walls are my favorite thing. Actually going to do a little bit of a rock scramble over this one. Good boy. And I do see the swamp up ahead. And look at that old white oak wolf tree. Wasn't about to miss it. It's like the giant pile of rocks. Not a hidden landmark at all. Look at how beautiful it is, though. How majestic with the sun shining through. Aww. And I do believe we're coming up on the Yellow Trail Spur. Yep, you're down the hill to the left. This should be the overlook that was marked on the map. I think we're going to get a good swampy view in just one moment. Wetland viewing platform. And again, you are not going to miss the sights on the map at the Beebe Preserve. It's all very clear and wonderful. This is better than a bridge. Look at that house over there. Do you think they have a mosquito problem? Hello, puppy. All right, turning around, heading back out. But I do believe we're going to have a bit of a hill to climb to get back to that parking lot. But at least we get to walk through a stone wall. End of yellow, reconnecting with the red, and now we'll finish the loop. Look what I found. Yes, I discovered it. Oh, this is really cool. Follow me through the gateway. I couldn't help it. I just felt like I deserved some fanfare right there. A quick glance back to show you. And moving on. I wonder if sometime I'll look back over my footage and go, there was a Sasquatch right there. I didn't even see it. It's probably more likely I look back and go, oh my gosh, there was a bear right there and I didn't see it. Let's hope not, because either of those things would be very scary. I think Barsoom would let me know, though. All right, we're back at the parking lot. Definitely worth the trip up the road, so don't skip it. The Beebe Preserve in its entirety is fantastic. Look what I see. The duck car.